Bashers. Hey, everybody. It is Thursday, February 6th at 5:01 now. Sorry, Charlie. I started it at 5 o'clock. It just so happened that it turned to 5:01. Hi, everybody. Look who's in at number one. It is Dave Fahrenheit 451, upvoted, but he says, as he always does lately, because he's got so many. At this point, he is so far and away he's had the most number ones. Please vouchsafe my position to someone that hasn't reached the top spot and enjoy. Well, should we go through this and find out real fast? Well, Kevin is next. Upvoted number 4 today. Thank you so much. I will watch live from home and as no work today. Love the thumbnail. Basher Cat awaits crime to foil. Indeed, that's the theme this week. Superhero cats. I think that Kay has been the inspiration for so many of us, and Drew B's adventures with her. Why not make them superheroes as they are to us? Ken Furby's here. Hey, Ken Furby. By the way, I spoke to Angelo Minichello via text. He's okay. Life just is getting in the way. A lot of stuff. He lives in a veritable tundra, so he hasn't been able to be live on the show. We love him, and I'm so glad he's okay. Everything's fine with him. So that's out of the way. Hello, everyone. Dave, you're slaying it. Remember, good manners dictate an upvote. Indeed. Stuck a photo of my black AT in the gallery. I can't wait. I'm still deeply in love with it. Now, I noticed that I didn't watch it yet, but Adrian Barker got the gloss style Aquaterra, and he reviewed it. I'll watch it after the show to see what he thinks about it. He's a big Omega guy. He likes Omega stuff. And as you know, we've been giving away a couple of Adrian Barker's Bark and Jack straps because we like those NATOs and you guys seem to like them. Unfortunately, the last time I gave them away, the one that Drew wants, and of course I want to do right by our dear friend Drew B, the two that he picked are out of stock. One of them is gone forever. I think it's probably because Omega probably got on their case because it looks a little too No Time to Die. But we'll find a solution, at the end of the day, because we want to keep him happy. You've had the number one before. Dirk, great artwork. Thank you, Ken. You've been there. Ken F, just paying it forward. But Ken's had it. You said somebody who's never made it to the top spot, right? He has. I'm going to go through each and every one of them. Bash for the day. Let me see. I'll go in alphabetical order since I name everybody and I know. So let's just take a quickie peeky looky to see. Let's make it fair because that's what Dave wants to do. So Ken Furby, Ken's been there. Let me make sure. Ken's got 3. Daniel Gutierrez has certainly got here. Ken Furby says, I think I screwed up and didn't attach the Burlington Arcade Speedy with the Lem model. I've tried again. Well, great. Well, I've highlighted all the shots for the Gallery of Bastards. So if we don't find it, we'll figure it out, right? You're being funny because they didn't delete anything. YouTube must have deleted prior comments because I only see 3 of the same bashes and I'm on 4th. Oh, well, here we go again. No, it's all in there. It's all there. I see them all. When I posted it late today because I updated my computer last night and I was a little scared because it didn't look like it was going to take, but I said, fuck it. And I went back to bed and I woke up and everything was fine. So far. So let's see who I can find in here that didn't get. This is an interesting one. Good evening, kind sir. Wishing you and yours only good things. And as we know, we always put this up because that's what we do here on iBashers. Only good things, unless you're being a little cunty on a Friday night, and that's fine too, because that's what we do on Friday night, where we have a little bit more fun, and on Watch Fashion Police on Mondays. But only good things for the most part. When we practice what we preach, right? That's what we're doing. So let me see. It looks to me, Andy, does Andy have one? I don't think he does. So Andy M is in the pole position tonight because of Dave Fahrenheit 451 and his incomparable charity. So thanks, buddy boy. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. And I'll send that out to you right after the show. Now that I know. Now that I know. Andrew Wolkowicz starts off the show with the first super chat, Canadian $5, working till 5:30. I'll see the recording. Inspire others with your time. Upvote and subscribe. It's right down there if you could hit the subscribe button or hit the thumbs up. If you like being part of the show. It's a bunch of nice people. We're the nicest people on YouTube. And I think it's the only interactive show that I've ever known of where, it's your show. I always say it's your show. I just host it. Yes, we talk about watches ad nauseum. We talk about all the cats and all that stuff. But, other things happen too. We talk about a lot of rock and roll and music, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's just a fun little gang to get together with if you're new to the show or don't know much about iBashers. iBashers started out in 2002 as kind of a interview show with me and Nasheen O'Malley, and we had guests on the show, and that lasted about maybe a year through Apple Podcasts, which was brand new. Podcasts were not a thing yet. And we stopped doing it for some reason. We brought it back after his show became successful. And it started off more as a basher concept, but how we have evolved into other things, which is so great. Julian is here, and he says, the saddest thing I can imagine is to get used to luxury. Wow. I don't know about that. You listen, I don't live the glamorous life every single day, but when I travel, I like a little bit of luxury, because when you're traveling, I like really nice hotels. Though I did stay in an Airbnb in Venice last time we were there, and Dana O'Malley picked it out, and it was really a terrific. I loved it. I wanted to live there forever. And it was a very interesting experience to not stay in a hotel, because right after that we went to Fano and we stayed in a hotel, and it was fine, but it wasn't as good. A man's true character comes out when he's drunk. See, that's another one. I usually agree with you. I don't believe that. I think I know great people who have been absolute arseholes when they're drunk. Me on gin, not so nice, but I'm a relatively nice bloke. But that's why I know don't drink gin, Dirk, because you're an arse. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. That's a fact. The point of living and of being an optimist is to be foolish enough to believe the best is yet to come. Wow, you're so pessimistic today. What's going on with our Julian? To refuse awards is another way of accepting them with more noise than normal. And this is a very interesting topic. This is why I love Thursday, because we just roll on the Basher chat. Awards. Otherwise known as blowing smoke up people's arses, right? At this point in the game, the way they give out awards and the reason they give out awards has been so distorted. Awards used to be given to people of great merit. Now it's just this superficial, nonsensical reason to boast and brag and do a lot of crap. And, I'm not a fan. I do watch them because I do watch Fashion Police. And I used to care very much about like the Grammys and the Oscars. I used to think it meant something. And I believe that at one time it did. I don't think it does now. Obviously, they give awards away for popularity reasons and for reasons that groups of people say, well, this person deserves this or no one deserves these things. Accolades, just saying somebody did a great job should be enough. Or your fan base buying your music, or you're going to your movies. That should be enough. Like bands that refuse to go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And there's been a couple of them. At the end of the day, they mostly wind up agreeing to it. And I think it's because they feel like it's going to be a good move for the fans. They think the fans are going to enjoy it. And they take themselves out of the equation, which I think is a nice move, because it's a reason to see your favorite artist get celebrated. But for the most part, this just becomes such a corrupt, it's like top 10 lists, which I always hate. And whenever I see them, I try not to read them. Rolling Stone magazine being the worst offender. Top 10 guitarists, top 10 drummers, top 10 frontmen. It's always bullshit. And, taste is something that we each have as an individual, that the things that we like and we gravitate towards, they make up a component of who we are. And I think that that's the most beautiful part of art, is to, we can all see the beauty, the relative beauty in things. But when it comes to top 10 to whom, and they'll put Keith Richards in at number 2. We all love Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones. He's fantastic, but is he a great guitar player? By no stretch of the imagination. Is he a cool guitar player? He's extremely cool. He's one of the governors, but as far as guitar players go, he's not even anywhere near that, nor would he say he is. It's just, they put Hendrix at number one. He was a revolutionary. That makes sense. Not my cup of tea. I don't enjoy his music. But I wasn't there when it happened. He was a generation before me, and those people, he blew their minds. He blew their mind off in a car. Now, the Beatles, I get, the best band ever. I always say there's the Beatles and there's everybody else. But anyway, I think awards are, but to refuse awards is another way of accepting them with more noise than is normal. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit last night. The only guy that ever did that the smart way was maybe Marlon Brando. But it's interesting topic. Potboiler, as they say. The wonderful thing about age is that your knees don't work as well. You can't run down steps quite as easily, and obviously you can't lift heavy weights, but your mind doesn't feel any different. Yeah, well, that's true until for some and not true for others, as I just witnessed this afternoon. Like with my neighbor, I have good days, bad days. I did a little shopping for her, and she's up there, and has some issues with memory occasionally, but some days she doesn't have it at all. And I think it mostly has to do with how much societal interplay she has. When she's around other people and constantly being nurtured with conversation and inclusion, she tends to do well. But left alone, people go stir crazy. It's like putting somebody in solitary confinement, but it's in your own brain. Yeah, but for the most part, yeah. I mean, I still feel 25, 28, 20, I do, but I'm not. Good evening, kind sir. Wishing you and yours only good things. Now you're going to get that. So that's the official one for you. So thanks so much for that. So we've determined Andy M is going to be number one today, Basher of the Day. Ray says, God damn it, that's the seventh Robin I've eaten. This sidekick duo thing sucks. Should I put a duo in there next time? For tomorrow's Friday, so I won't be doing that. I'll just be putting up the classic Bashers. What are you guys drinking? I'm having some of the Drew B coffee in my my JLF glass. Delicious, nice and hot. I poured it probably about 10 minutes ago. Kaloy is here and he upvoted. Thanks. Please upvote if you can. Melly C, hello, darling. Happy Friday, Eve, Dirk, and all the beautiful people. The beautiful people. Boom, boom. Guys, if you want to send anything today to the Gallery of Bashtards, it's basherdirk@gmail.com. That is basherdirk@gmail.com. That's what we do every single day. You share them with me, and I share with the world. After we get our little conversation thing going, we find out what happens. I share all your stuff. So yeah. This was great. I have to say this, and I think Julian will really appreciate this. This is a great quote. The reason that guru is such a popular word is because charlatan is too hard to spell. Wow, man, is that profound on so many levels? People who find gurus, sometimes people, I always say Ronnie James Dio was my mentor because he was kind to me. Did he mentor me? Not especially, but he basically put me on the right path. But people who need, and I'm not saying it's ineffective, because I studied yoga for the better part of a decade and I really loved it. And I didn't have a guru per se, but I had a yogi, and I didn't get into all the spiritual namaste crap. I didn't. Sometimes you walk out of a hot yoga. I did hot yoga or hot vinyasa, which is either 90 minutes or 60 minutes. And it's very, very, very intense. It's in a very hot room, well over 100 degrees, about 110 degrees, with like 90% humidity. It's really hot. People have passed out and it's really bad. I didn't, but I did throw up twice from it. So you have to get used to it. And then I got very used to it. But sometimes you'd walk out of the room and you wouldn't feel like namaste. You'd want to punch somebody in the face. It brings up a lot of stuff. It gets all your endorphins going. And sometimes it goes the wrong way. So, but, I had this, I've told you guys about Marco, my late, great yogi. He was a very, very young man who succumbed to a very rare form of cancer after the shop closed due to the pandemic. So they could never reopen, and he just got very sick, and I had to hear about it. And I finally spoke to his mom, whose yoga studio it was, and I had missed him by like a week. it took him very quickly. And I looked to him not for spiritual guidance, but for guidance in the yoga world, as opposed to how I could improve my practice, because I was really, really into it. And yeah, but when people go and find like religious gurus and that kind of stuff, I don't really understand that. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. Everybody needs to go get what they can get when they need it. I think psychiatry and psychology is helpful for people. I went to one once for a very short period of time, and I thought it was helpful. And it was 25 years ago or so. And I enjoyed that hour once a week with this person. What did it accomplish in the end? Well, I think I helped her get away from her sister. Because when you have a conversation with somebody, I hate talking about myself. That's why I love to pick up the Bashers talk, because it just gets a little ridiculous. It's like, I want to thank everyone. Once you start blowing smoke up your own ass, then you're really in trouble. And I always felt that it felt like that. I had some issues that I was trying to deal with, and it had nothing to do with like drugs or alcohol, any of that stuff. It was just not depression per se, but it was just like goals. And it was like after my band kind of just fell apart and I felt a little bit lost and I needed a little bit of guidance to kind of dust myself off. And I think it worked. I think it was a good time. I enjoyed it. But guru, it's an interesting thing. Does anybody have an experience with a guru or a mentor or somebody that makes, because gurus kind of make decisions for people. And then there's cult leaders and things like that, David Koresh's and, what's his face? L. Ron Hubbard, people like that who are gurus. But they are charlatans too. And it's a fine line. Very interesting. Great quote, Ray Ray. Thanks so much for that. Hitesh says, I'm the cat man. Yeah, the cat man. Please upvote. And another great title picture. Thanks, buddy boy. Great to see you. I just washed my hands with the peppermint cucumber soap. And man, I love that stuff. Do I still have that banner? Let me see if I still have that. So I could. If I don't, yeah, I do. Look, the Vancouver Brothers Soap Company, our own very own Hitesh's son. Listen, I don't spruik products on here, and I don't get. I did get a free box of soap though, so thank you. But Vancouver Bro Soap, it's really wonderful natural soap. If you guys are interested, that's the email, the address. If you want to order some of that, it's beautiful natural soap, and I like it. And I love promoting people who make beautiful things that are part of this Basher world because they deserve it. Absolutely, 100%. Thanks, Hitesh. Thank you so much. Who's next in this wonderful world? Steve Zalisky, hey, good evening, Bashers. Yep. YouTube has been deleting again. I was at number 1. Wink, wink. Not today. And Farragle's here. Good evening, Dirk and the Bashers. Good evening, buddy. What are you drinking? Well, it's late there. It's 5 p.m. here. It's evening here. I had dinner plans today with Dana O'Malley, but she's here on business. And unfortunately, she's here on business. And it had to get scratched because she had a last minute business dinner. And, she's not here to hang out with us. She's here to do business. So I understand, but I'll try to see what time her business meeting is over. Maybe I could grab her and catch her for a nightcap because I would love that. I love my Dana. I love to see her. Mart, is it a Batman? No, Catman. Every time, upvote and subscribe. Every time. The beautiful Bronson in the room. Glenn says you should start making these into computer backgrounds. Well, I ran into a little bit of a problem with the calendars, and I'll tell you what it is. They were really, really expensive. I ordered the first one, and it was like $29. It was $30, and it had a couple of mistakes on it. So I wrote to them, and they said they're going to send me another one. But to make them en masse, I'd have to find a better thing. I did set them up for the calendar and all that stuff. But listen, at the end of the day, I have all of these in a super high res folder. So if there's a particular, if you guys, and they're JPEGs, and I have them in both Photoshop format, and I have them in JPEG format. But if anybody likes them enough and wants a version for their computer, I'm happy to send it to you. You know how to do that. Just send me an email at basherdirk@gmail.com. That's basherdirk@gmail.com. It'd be very, very simple for me to do that. I'd be happy to send that to you. Just tell me which one, what date it was, or give me an idea of which one it was. I do a different one every day. So I'm happy to send that to you if you want to use it for, a screensaver or whatever. They're here for you. This is the property of the Bashers. So no problem whatsoever. I'd love to do that if it's something you're interested in. Dean is here. Bash on. Hey, Dean. I was a minute late. Oh, look at you. Look at you with your Omega. Looking great. Franco Fiore is here. Please upvote. Please upvote if you can. Doesn't take much. You just hit the little button down there. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I mean, it'd be terrible to get a thumbs down. But what am I going to do? Sometimes people don't like it. This is a nice show. Nice people. Thursday Bash. It's our incomparable Drew B. Upvote. Did you send a pic? Did you send a Daily K picture in today? I don't know. Did you? Let me see. I don't. Oh, yes. No, that's the sneak peek from yesterday. Not yet. Is it terrible of me to say that's what I want? I want a picture of K. I want a picture of K every day. Oh, he's heading out to the vet in 15. Okay. To get K's stitches out. We're very excited. And we saw that beautiful shot of her. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. From last night. Oh, if I switch pages, will I lose my thing? Oh, I hope not. Probably, though. Where did it go? Yes, I have it. I'm going to pull it up. This was last night, so this is very good news all around. This is Kay joins the crew. How great is that? How great is that? Let me get rid of that so you guys can see that full screen. Amazing. That's his whole brood right there. And there's Kay all the way on the left with all of her surgical remnants, and she's getting her stitches out today. We're so excited for that. And what a beautiful thing, man. Thank you so much. Drooby Jooby Doo. You're the best. Now, if I go back, will it let me go back? Oh, I pray to God it doesn't make me do that. Please have kept all my stuff together. Did it? It did. Yay. Yay. It didn't take off my little check marks because I have to mark off all the pictures so I know what to pull up on the Gallery of Bashtards. I do indeed. Sharon with, oh, look, it's a different color heart today. It's orange. Hello, beautiful Sharon. Great to have you in the room. How are you, darling? Great to see you. And Mr. Fitzsimon, Super Basher to the rescue. That's right. That's a great one. Maybe next time it'll be a fist, right? I'm wearing one of my weekenders today because we were talking about Timex yesterday. I'm wearing my Woodstock. Melly C was wearing her Woodstock yesterday. And this is a great watch. It's got 2 minders on it, so I should do it the right way, right? I should. Looks great, and I love wearing it. Sharon's like, Drew. Fantastic. Hey, Nathaniel Henn with 5 balloons. Long day. Student cried on my chest for half an hour. Oh, no. Because of all that Latin you make them learn. God, who the hell wants all that? Jesus Christ. Like, you probably made them memorize something in Latin. Thank you so much. I didn't. Oh my God. I just realized I didn't give Andrew his super chat gong because I'm so chatty today. And for our dear friend Nathaniel Hahn, great to have you back in the room. Great to see you there. I haven't seen you in a while. I know you're busy, but he's coming to town and we'll get together, and he's coming to town. We'll have dinner. I can't wait to do that. Cannot wait. Looking forward to it. Ray, Carolyn, come clean. Got a post ransom card in the post today. Woohoo, nearly here. What does that mean? I have no idea. Sharon with the Canadian 279. I like that number. Big hug, Dirk. Big hug to you, darling. I should get a big hug super chat thingy, shouldn't I? Right? Cowbell. Daniel Gutierrez. Dirk, it would be fun to hear parts of the original iBasher podcast. Can you play parts, if not now, but in the future? On the show there, let me see if I can pull this up. It might still be there. I downloaded them off of I'm gonna pull this up. Let me see if I can come up with iBashers. Let's see what it says, if it's still here. I don't see it anymore. But it was on Apple Music, which is, was iTunes. If I can find some of them, I could send you the links to it when I find them, if you want to hear them. It's so long ago. God, it's 20 years ago that we did those. It's hard to think that that's true, but it was fun. We had some friends. We had some guests. It was in Oshin's kitchen. He lived around the block from me at the time. And I would bring my dog with me, my dog Dinga, and she'd sit down. We'd have a couple of drinks, and God, we weren't even into great wine yet. We were drinking like inky California stained teeth wine. It was horrible. But Ray Ray says, yes, I'll find out for you guys if you want to know about it. It's a totally different show than this, obviously. I mean, it's more like Friday's show, but probably way filthier, probably way more dangerous. I remember being afraid that if anybody ever found out about it, I would get fired from my job. So therefore, it must have been pretty racy. We had a prostitute on the show, and I'm not kidding you. There's a very funny joke. I was watching some reruns of 30 Rock, and there's a Chris Parnell plays Dr. Spaceman, Dr. Spaceman, and Liz Lemon is in there, the Tina Fey character, and she goes, do you have anything for this cold sore? It's embarrassing. He goes, don't worry about it, honey. We all get embarrassed. I get them from prostitutes. Very funny joke. But we actually had a prostitute on the show, and we talked about her life and the money that she makes and the dangers she's in, and does she have to deal with pimps? We had a fascinating, it was fun. And there was nothing like, it was way before the Joe Rogans. Who knows if we had stuck to it? Who knows what would happen? But it was interesting stuff. John Doe, hey, John Doe, don't you think the therapy, the self-help groups, the yoga, the meditation is all just some sort of search through your 30s and 40s? Then you find yourself at some point, and then it's who cares? Kind of. I kind of do. But I think you and I are in the same kind of mindset, perhaps, and I'm not Tom Cruise, who thinks that therapy is dangerous. I think it's not. I don't think it's dangerous when you go to a reputable person, but I do think that, like, self-help books, like Be Kind to Yourself and all that stuff, it's like, I'm not even into like getting a massage and any of that stuff. I'm not into pampering spas. Not that there's anything wrong with it, because I know a lot of people who live for spas and all those things. I just feel kind of snap out of it. But that's just me, and it's not to be offensive to anybody who does believe in it, because, for some people, they find some valuable things, and it helps them out. I don't know. Andy Ebb says, I knew a yogi in the 90s had a very sensible friend called Boo Boo. Picnic basket. Sharon with another super chat, 13. She hit the wrong dollar amount. Oh, come on, honey. Thank you so much. Well, that's a much bigger one. Thank you so much. Let's give you the monks. We so rarely do it. Very, very sweet of you. Hiteshi says, I don't know. Seems kind of a hybrid between Batman. Yeah, listen, it's hard to, how hard it is to come up with a new superhero outfit and stuff. That's just me and AI duking it out. And that's all, Martin Bronson, Kate is mixing in with the other cats, which is great. Such a photogenic cat. She's beautiful. She's a great poser, right? Absolutely incredible. Raver says, haha, Nathaniel, I nominated you for the next book. Can we talk about that? There's so much news right now about the new guy and Stuart Martin. And listen, I'm not trying to belabor this James Bond thing, but man, wouldn't it be great if that Aaron Taylor Johnson guy was just eliminated, because his voice is so high. He doesn't sound like, he's going to be like Bond, James Bond. He's got such a weak... Ugh. James Bond, come on. Where is the testosterone? James has got to have some serious testosterone, and that guy does not have it. Not at all. It's very creepy. And Theo James, yeah, he's got all the poshery down. I don't mind him at all. But I really like Stuart Martin. Of course, Joshua Sass is mine, but he's not even in the conversation. So who knows what the Broccolis are going to do? Those are the people in charge of the James Bond world, and they'll do what they're going to do. And it's none of our goddamn business. But, I didn't like Daniel Craig when they picked him. I went, what? But who knows? Who the hell knows? I don't know. Who knows? And I guess at the end of the day, who cares? I mean, who cares? I don't care. Do you care? I kind of care, because I feel very invested in Bond. And while it's a superfluous entertainment, nonsensical thing that no one should care about, we should be caring more about, eliminating Gaza and putting hotels and resorts there, not to get too political. But, that's what's going on in the world. And I care about James Bond. How stupid is that? But I do. I do. Isn't that stupid? I don't know. Silly me. Uh, Melly C says, "Me too, Woodstock Rock." Well, I got this because of you, you beautiful lady. So thank you so much. But Nathaniel would be a pretty good spy. He's American, so he won't qualify. And I do believe that James Bond needs to be British or from the Empire, even though Pierce Brosnan is not from the Empire. However, he did kind of grow up in London. He's from Navan, and that's his hometown. I don't think he was born in Navan, though. I think he was born closer to Dublin. But he grew up in London. His dad kind of vaporized. And then he grew up in London with his grandparents, I think. And he went to a prep school and all that stuff. So how James Bond is that? And he was good. I love Pierce Brosnan. Did I love him as James Bond? Not so much. I thought he was a little too quirky. I think he leaned a little bit too much to the Roger Moore side of Bond, which is I'm not a fan of. I don't hate Roger Moore's Bond, but that's the jokey Bond. That's the humorous Bond. That's the cheeky Bond, which it's fine to have a little cheek in there, but we still want him to be the blunt instrument that he is in the books, and we only have had that 3 times. Sean Connery, Timothy Dalton, who was terrific and got nothing, and Daniel Craig. So, and I hope that they're not looking to make it more cheeky, because then it becomes Austin Powers, and that's not fun at all. Ray says yabba dabba do. That was my password for MySpace way back in the day. That was my password, yabba dabba do, because I figured nobody would know what that meant, but it's the Flintstones for anybody who doesn't know it. You guys all had the Flintstones. Well, you did. Ray did, which is great. John Doe with £4.99. That's like $800. Can you give me the monks? I like that one. I absolutely can. Thank you so much. Here's the just for John Doe. Thanks, buddy. And I concur with that statement earlier. Now, here's where you might get a little depressed, Hiteshi. It was audio only. It was not on camera. It was an audio show. It was a podcast. But back in the day, podcasts were not visual. Also, we didn't have the kind of camera equipment that we have now. Now, I use my phone. This is an iPhone 14 that shoots in 4K, but it only gets broadcast in 1080p. But it's not video. That would have been fun, though. It would have been a great time. Anyway, we were in a table in his kitchen, and no. So no, it wasn't. It's just audio, just so you know. Mart says Liverpool fan club wins again. Spurs into the Carabao. This is a language I don't speak. Cup final. Happy days. Great, good for you. You're a Liverpool fan, football club fan. I saw a very interesting thing today. I don't know who would care about this other than rock fans, but Black Sabbath are from Birmingham, England, and they have been broken up for several years. Ozzy's very old and he's kind of decrepit, but they're getting together for one last show with the original lineup: Bill Ward, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and they're playing at the Villa Stadium. And that is incredible because they're big fans, all of them. Especially, I know Geezer Butler because I read his book. And how great is that? I think that's a wonderful thing for the fans and for the city of Birmingham, because when they grew up, it was a really, really depressing, industrial kind of coal town filled with industry and poverty and stuff like that. And these guys went and became mega zillionaire stars, and they never forgot where they came from. And I love that. Ken Furby says that Phoebe Waller-Bridge surgically removed all the testosterone. Poor James. Well, she just did No Time to Die, right? She was a co-writer on that script. Am I correct in this? I think so. Now, this is the only Bond film I've only watched once. Now, I've seen all the films numerous times. I've seen Casino Royale a quadrillion times, Quantum of Solace a quadrillion times, because I love that movie. And I don't know why it's so derided. I don't know why people don't like that movie. It's taut and lean and mean. And I mean, the guy, while he's not the best villain, Dominic Green, he's trying to corrupt the world's water supply. I mean, that's the worst thing ever. That's better than, years ago. They had a like a Rupert Murdoch guy. He was a media guy, and we've had the space guy, and super villains. The greatest villains. I think Le Chiffre from Casino Royale is one of the greatest Bonds. With his tears, he cries blood. Dominic Green was kind of a letdown. I thought Javier Bardem was a cartoon of a bad guy. First of all, too famous. Second of all, he's an Oscar winner. We all know who Javier Bardem is. And then the whole implication, because he's obviously extremely, flirty with James Bond, and he says something to him, and then James Bond alludes to what would make you think it was the first time. I didn't know who that was aimed at. I didn't appreciate it. I just thought it was gratuitous and stupid. And I'm like, who is that for? Nobody I know. Because as far as I'm concerned, James Bond plays cards, kills people, and sleeps with the most beautiful women in the world. And that's the James Bond I want to continue to see. He already took away the cigarettes and all the other things that he can't do on screen anymore, which is crazy. Now, Quentin Tarantino talked about, he wrote a script, and he wanted to do, the only reason why they did it, I talked about this with Kojak on briefly, because he's so smart and talented. And we were talking about Casino Royale, and there was a guy named Kevin McClory who somehow ingratiated himself into the Cubby Broccoli and Ian Fleming's world, and they could never make Casino Royale the first book of James Bond because he owned the rights. Anyway, I already mentioned that on the show. So, but what is that they didn't have the rights to make it. So when they finally did, it was all because of Quentin Tarantino, because he wanted to do Casino Royale, and they said, well, we can't do that because we can't get the rights. And he did the legwork to find out how to get it. They did get it, but then they didn't want to make his movie. I don't know why. And which would mean that we didn't get the Martin Campbell movie, which is fantastic. It's I think it's the best Bond film ever made. Yes, I said it. It is. It's the best Bond. It's better than all the Connery movies. It's a perfectly made film. However, he was going to make it shoot it in the 60s. He wanted it to be Pierce Brosnan. He wanted drinking, smoking, and betting of all the ladies. He wanted it to be a real Spectre-y kind of 1960s espionage spy film with all the gags and stuff in it, but in a the way he would have done it. And I think Quentin Tarantino would make a great Bond film because he knows how to shoot action. We all know that. He's got a crazy aesthetic. Whenever he commits to a time period, he nails it. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I don't know if it was the greatest movie. It was certainly not one of his best movies. It was a good movie, but the time period, he nails it every single time. So it would have been great. But Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I like Phoebe. I loved her show. But I also wonder if she's a one-trick pony because she's got that one persona. She was, by the way, and I've said this a million times, she was in the Indiana Jones movie, and I really liked it. I thought it was beautifully made. I thought that whatever de-aging they did for Harrison Ford was incredible, and I thought she was very, very good in that movie. So I do generally like her, but you got to be careful. Got to be careful. I mean, when it comes to screenplays, like I've told you, I have a friend who wrote an origin story for, and I've said this before, and this is out there, Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson, if you ever come upon this show, it's time for Bond to start making the Bond verse. It's time to stop relying on just James Bond. They should do Dr. No origin story. They should do Bond girls, Pussy Galore. There could be a Pussy Galore movie. There could be a Dr. No. There could be a Goldfinger movie. There could be a Felix Leiter movie. There are so many great characters from the Bond universe that could be so great. This is maybe the only thing other than Batman or Superman. Look what Batman did. It was Batman, and now every single person who's ever been in the Batman thing has got its own series. So anyway, my friend wrote a screenplay for Ian Fleming's origin story about how his experiences in his life led to the James Bond series. leading up to Casino Royale, and it's a great read. It's a script, so it's 100 and some odd pages. Very light. It's a light read, but I read it like 3 or 4 times because I was just so intrigued by it. And I was like, that's maybe the problem. Every single time they got to come up with a new Bond and a new villain and blah blah. Hey man, they have a wealth to pick from. They have all this great Ian Fleming stuff from all the different books and movies where they could just tap and Pussy Galore. Who wouldn't go to see Pussy Galore movie? Who wouldn't go see a Goldfinger movie? Who wouldn't go see a Dr. No film? There's so many great villains, so many great ancillary characters in the Bondiverse. Why haven't they tapped into that? It's time for them to start. How about 006, 008? How about those other people that we don't know about? How about a Q story or an M story? How about we get a Judi Dench story? Because she was, come on, who doesn't miss her? I love Ralph Fiennes. I want him to win an Oscar this year. He's not going to get it, but she was the greatest. And she's getting up there. How many more movies are we going to get out of her? And we deserve them. See, I didn't think so, man. I liked her in that movie. He's too old. He's a very old man, and he looks it on screen. He's like Robert De Niro. You can always tell an old man by the way their body moves. But that train scene, Ken, in Indiana Jones, with they de-aged. That was the best de-aging I've ever seen. If I don't know what they used, deep fake, whatever, it was impeccably done. Impeccably done. I didn't hate that movie. I really didn't. And I had no interest in watching it at all. At all. Hitesh, she says, idea for the next thumbnail. Joker Cat, let's go the villain route. You got to be very careful, though, with copyright, with the AI stuff, because you could get popped. It says, be careful. This is a copy. So we'll come up with a different one. Or maybe the Joker should be a dog, right? Or a squirrel. NDM says George Lazenby was but that's part of the realm, though. Right? It's part of the realm. Ireland is not part of the realm. It was, but it's not now. But George, he was the first. And he turned down. They were going to make the next movie with him, and he declined. He thought he was too big for his britches, and he declined to make another film. They didn't sign him to a multiple film contract because they thought they thought Sean was going to make a movie, and they signed him just to piss off Connery. And Connery was like, knock yourselves out, boys. And they made it. It's a fantastic movie, On Your Majesty's Secret Service. Really and truly one of the best made Bond films. He's a big bloke, man. He is a big, big bloke. He had a couple of things right, a couple of things wrong, but it's a great movie. And, he gets married in that movie. Unbelievable. Sharon, I vote for Sam Huygen. I don't know who that is. Let me see who this is. Sam H-E-U-G-N. Who's Sam Huygen? I don't know. Oh, God, honey pie. Who is this guy? I don't know who he is. Sam Roland Huygen is a Scottish actor, producer, author, and entrepreneur. He's best known for his role as Jamie Fraser in the Stars drama The Outlander. Huygen also appeared in she's a ginger lover. Look at this guy. Hold on, let's get some images up. Let's go. Let's go see Sharon's pick. Doom 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 doom. What is with all these guys with their super crazy long hair? Look at this. Well, he's awfully pretty, isn't he? And there's him in a tuxedo. Okay. Tuxedo version. Okay. I've never heard of this guy. I've never watched. I don't have stars. How many can you actually have? Oh, he's an equestrian. Oh, here he is in some kind of a Scot. Go away with that. Why does that one keep coming up? Oh, I got to do it this way. Okay, here's the main picture, I guess, right, that everybody's talking about. Come on, there it is. Go. Why can't I need to get rid of that? How do I get rid of that? Oh, I got to get rid of this. Now I see what I'm doing here. Let's put them side by side. Here it is. This is the picture I want. Boom, boom. Okay. So now we can see. Sam, is that how you say it? Huygen, I would imagine. He kind of looks like Tom Brady, the very famous football star here in the United States of America. God, Daniel Craig got old, didn't he? Wow. It's impossible to believe how old he got. Well, he's certainly pretty. That's for sure. Interesting. Thanks for letting. I didn't know anything about this guy, Sharon. Thanks. She wants a ginger bond. Ginger. They've never had a ginger bond. We've had a blonde bond now. John Doe. Pierce Brosnan in 1984 interview on Terry Wogan. Oh, I love Terry Wogan. Was hands down the most beautiful man on earth, and I'm not gay. That's very manly of you to say how beautiful he was. Pierce Brosnan was, and man, is he even a more incredibly handsome older man. That is the way for us to age, man. If any of us can be lucky enough to age like Pierce Brosnan, God, he is just, with his beard, salt and pepper beard, and his great thick head of salt and pepper Hibernian hair. Yeah, he's absolutely stunningly beautiful, man. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about it. There was just always something slightly soft about him in Bond. Maybe he was just too skinny. Because Bond needs to have a little bit of bulk on him. For me, like Sean Connery, like Daniel Craig. Of course, I don't know what they were thinking with Roger Moore. Roger Moore was just hanging around with all of the actors of the world getting hammered at gentlemen's clubs. You know, he was a guy that generally wore suits that were ill-fitting. He was hanging out with, you know, probably Laurence Olivier and all the great drinkers of the, like Richard Burton and Richard Harris, all those guys. I don't know why they went in that direction. And he was already the saint. And listen, I 100% wish Henry Cavill would get that job. I still, even though I keep talking about Joshua Sass, I mean, are they out of their minds? I mean, let me get rid of your Sam Huygens for a second. I'm going to show you a picture. I don't know why. I mean, it just makes no sense to me. We're getting closer and closer to having a full-on Bond show. So, I mean, here's a picture that are you kidding me? That's James Bond. Why don't they just hire him? What is the reason they didn't hire? They have not hired him. Look at that. Can we get that? Where is that? I mean, Jesus Christ. He's perfect. He's English. He's tall. He's handsome. He's got the best voice ever. My God. I don't know why they don't pick him. I don't get it. I don't get him. Sharon loves her some Pierce Brosnan. Who doesn't love? Watch what's that movie? The remake. The Thomas Crown Affair. Wow, is that a great movie? He's so good in that. God, was she gorgeous in that. Dean says, nice place, Birmingham. Just don't wear your luxury watch when you go and take a weapon. Is it still dangerous there? I mean, it was way back in the day. Yes, No Time to Die. A terrible, dull, dumb piece of work. I don't remember hating it, but I remember thinking it just seemed like Bond going through the mind. I don't think Daniel Craig was invested in that. I don't think he had any interest. I still hate Skyfall most of all because it became a Batman origin story. You know, they turned him into Batman. Bruce Wayne with his Alfred and Home Alone, and there were so many Apocalypse Now. There were so many movie cues that director Fujikawa, that's his name, right? Or something like that. What were they doing? They had Danny Boyle for a hot minute, and then that didn't work out. And what a mess. Hitesh C says, woo woo, Liverpool in the final. Hey, congratulations. Favorite Bond theme. Mine is For Your, well, that's a very original. For Your Eyes Only. That's Sheena Easton, right? Yeah, my favorite Bond theme, it changes. Diamonds Are Forever. Moonraker. I'm a Shirley Bassey boy. I am a big Shirley Bassey fan. Saw her live. I love her. That was so Trump, right? Love Shirley Bassey. Seen her live. Oh yeah, been there. She's terrific. There's not many people like her. I don't think anybody's ever been like her. She's great. I really liked singing the Thunderball theme for the Bashers, the Basher Ball. I love me some Tom Jones. It's not the greatest song in the whole wide world, but you get to sing some big notes in there. It's a lot of fun. And I've said this a million times. One of my favorite themes of all time is Chris Cornell's what's it called? You Know My Name from Casino Royale. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Ray says Peter Dinklage, i.e. Lord Tyrion game. I've never watched the Game of Thrones. I heard it's great. I gave up the Dungeons and Dragons when I was a teenager. Just done with it. Casino Royale was the first and best. Well, sure it was. Yeah. It's probably the best Bond film ever made, though. It's a perfect movie. Everything about it, the way they did it, the way they shot it, the way they introduced it. Judi Dench is in it. It's just great, great, great. It's great. I have it on Blu-ray, and I love it. Phoebe was in the Broadchurch series BritBox. She was excellent. I watched a lot of. I never got up to that. I don't think because there's so many series in that. I did watch a lot of Broadchurch though, for sure. I like her. What was the name of her show? Maggot or Bedbug? What was it called? That's where everybody got. She won an Emmy Award for that. A Peter Jackson Bond film might be interesting so long as he can control his inner hobbit. Or listen, and I've said this on the show a million times, how close are we to making a Marilyn Monroe film or making a James Dean film or Marlon Brando film? You know what? AI, soon you're going to be able to make a Sean Connery film and we'll have Bond back, the real Bond. You never have to cast him again. This is going to happen. This is not, what if it's going to happen? Eventually, they're going to be making, films with dead stars from yesterday, Humphrey Bogart or Katharine Hepburn, or pick your favorite star, whoever sells the most tickets. It's going to happen because we've got the ability to do it now. Pretty much put somebody in one of those dotted suits, get all of the imagery of Sean Connery and anything he ever did in Bond, throw it in a computer and whatever big machine they use, they could do it. And it might be not perfect right now, but it's close. And we will be close enough soon. I mean, we won't have to hire a Bond. Maybe that's what they're waiting for. Maybe the next James Bond movie is going to be starring Sean Connery. And you know what? Oops. Casino Royale with Daniel Craig is the best Bond film. Why it totally changed people's perception of a jokey Bond and produced a hard kick-arse fighter Bond and changed the film. I couldn't agree with you more. Because Die Another Day. That will go down in history as the worst Bond theme. Madonna's "You Gotta Die Another Day." You got it. So bad, so shit. What a shame, because Madonna was really good at doing ballads. She's a great ballad singer, and she's got great arrangers. She could have had a big sweeping Bond thing. Would have been great, and she chose that electro crap. And it was garbage, and the movie was garbage, and it was really stupid. And I didn't realize that Maggie Smith's son was the villain in that, because he was in the Lost in Space reboot, which I loved. Toby Stevens. I loved it. I forgot that he was in that. Oh, but it was so bad with he had the Wonder Woman invisible car. Wasn't that embarrassing? Andy M says this Bond universe is a great idea. Yeah, well, tell Barbara Broccoli to give me a call, because I said it I said it first. I want in on that. I think they should come up with a Doctor No, and James Bond can be in it, but just one part of the story, Think about all the characters that could be in the Bondoverse. It's insane how many great characters there are from Ian Fleming. They don't need to write a new script. Go pick like Property of a Lady or James Bond in New York and just take whatever was happening and then run with that story. Or Casino Royale from the other perspective. A Goldfinger movie. How did he happen to come to who he is, and why is he so diabolical and all that stuff? They've got the property, they've got the intellectual property to expand James. It doesn't have to be the same thing. New James Bond, new mission, new bad guy, new Bond girl, blah blah blah, or just AI it. Sharon says Judy. I love her, man. She's just the greatest M ever, and I love Ray Fiennes, but RP 1960, $4.99. Snagglepuss voice in my head is telling me to make a good pun. Snaggle puss. Exit stage left. I. Oh God, thank you. You $4.99. I owe you a big bang boom for that. Thank you, buddy boy. Let's give you. What are we gonna do for you? Let's go. Gong Woman 1. JBB, hey buddy boy. Judi Dench is essentially blind. Now that's the reason why they say she left the franchise, but she's now left the franchise a decade ago. So does that mean she's made movies since then? She's made a couple of movies. Does that mean we could have had her in those movies? No offense to Ray Fiennes, because I love him. But seriously? Andy M says, when River Phoenix died, the Raiders franchise took a big hit. Sad, really. God, was he in? Oh, that's right. He was in that. Was he in 1, 2? I probably checked out by then. I think I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom. I don't know if and I think I saw the new one. I don't think I actually bothered to watch the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull or whatever the hell that was called. Ken says, yeah, I thought Indy was pretty grim. This is what happens when Disney takes charge. That's true. 300 million made a massive loss. Well, they need a couple of losses for their books, I guess. I didn't hate that movie. Outlander's on Netflix. Cool, I'll check it out. Pierce's wife, yeah, she's just unbelievable. You know what I love most about Pierce Brosnan? So, of course, he married his beautiful original wife, Cassandra, died. And then, his current wife, she's so beautiful. And then who knows what happened? Kids, whatever. She put on some weight and, she became a very plus size lady. And people were very cruel to her. Listen, we're talking about a very, very beautiful woman, no matter what size she is. And that's disgraceful that they were so cruel to her. And he defended her so beautifully. So the way he defended the woman he loves, I was like, he's so amazing. He's one of the greatest guys. Absolutely everybody loves him. I love him. Tracy Farris says, Brosnan doesn't have great hands, and that's a big problem. And I read that when they did close-ups of his Omega, they used a hand model. Never had great hands. Sean Connery had great hands, and so does Daniel Craig. But that's probably true. Thomas Crown, yeah, I loved it too. Loved it. Live and let. Listen, there's it's what is that term? A wealth of there's a term I'm looking for. There's so many riches in the Bond canon. So many great. Live and let die. I mean, it's McCartney. Sure, it's great. Mart says Henry Cavill reminds me of George Lazenby, but with brilliant acting ability. Yeah, he's a great actor. I mean, I don't know why they should have done it. They should not have killed Bond. Well, did they? We don't know for sure. We don't know. I don't know. Do you know? Nobody knows. We don't really know. I mean, we saw the Thing explode. Is he dead? I mean, he's not dead, obviously, because they're going to make another movie. Saw a great Italian movie on Netflix you might like called Mixed by Eri. True story about a kid in 1980s Napoli who makes a lot of money pirating mixed tapes. Thank you, Ray _0464. Hey, I believe, is it in Italian? Because, we're trying to watch as many Italian movies so I can just lump it. I can follow along pretty well nowadays. Sharon says you must watch Game of Thrones. I know. You and Mimi and all my friends tell me I should. I know. I probably would get really into it. It's just that I overdosed on the whole Dungeons and Dragons and Kings and all that stuff. And I know. I know. You're right. I know. You're right. Yes, Sharon Live and Let Die is the best Bond song ever and wrote and performed by a Beatle. This is true. Fleabag. What did I say? Bedbug? And Andy M, they won't use Sean after it came out that he was a wife beater. Sean, nobody remembers that. No, he didn't say he was a wife beater. He says, sometimes I just give her a slap across the face, with a backhanded slap across the face. Yeah, he's a dinosaur for sure. John Doe says, Ray 0464. I just added that movie to my save list on Netflix. I'll give it a watch. Thanks so much, Ray 0464. Very cool. Odd Job. There you go. He buys a hat. How did he buy a hat and become that? A Day with Jaws. Jaws goes to the dentist. I mean, sure, there's so many of these things. Game of Thrones was made. When I went to Croatia, every time I wanted to buy a gift for somebody, I had to say, is this Croatian or is this Game of Thrones? Because they were selling gifts that were from Game of Thrones, and I totally didn't want to do that. Hey, Mike Callan is here. Happy Thursday. Please upvote. Thanks, Dirk. Hey, happy Thursday to you, Mike Callan. Great to see you as always. Always makes a smile to see your face. Pierce Brosnan, no one says anything bad. No one. He's a wonderful, wonderful guy. Everybody loves him. Dean says Judi Dench has appeared in several money supermarket adverts. She must need the money now. Wow, God. She can't possibly need the money. I hope not. Dirk, does so much coffee keep you awake at night? Also, what time is the last cup of coffee in Casa de Dirk? It doesn't. I am not affected by caffeine. I drink coffee very near to bedtime. I can have a double espresso and I can go to sleep. I have no problem falling asleep. I just don't want to go to bed. That's my problem. I do not want to go to bed. I would prefer to stay awake because I have things I want to do, things I want to see, things I want to read, things I want to watch, things I want to listen to. And I just feel like I can't get it done. So it doesn't affect me. And I hope it doesn't sooner than later. Anyway, I've been going on for hours and hours and hours. And what do we have? We have a whole Gallery of Bashtards to talk about. And let's start the show off right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gallery of Bashtards.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
I mailed myself something last night only because I was going through pictures and I wanted to just share this with you. And, makes me a little weepy. But that's my ladybug. That's my beautiful Laverne, who you all met. And you all got to know her for the better part of 7 months. And this was her curled up in front of the TV. This was just, I was looking because I was in court. And the judge wanted to see pictures of my roof deck. And I showed it to him. And this picture was in that folder. And I just saw it and I go, that's the beautiful lady that I used to love, that I love every day. And I miss her. And she's my beautiful ladybug. Her nickname, other than everybody called her Laverne, and that was her name. But she was my Lorelei, and I absolutely loved her. And that's my girl. She was just having a snooze. And this was dated 2022. So I figured I'd start off with a Gallery of Bashtards from myself. And just thought everybody remember how wonderful she was. You guys were all so kind to me when she left me. And now we'll get into some art from our one and only Julian. Thanks, buddy, for... Is this not a Julian gallery? I thought it was. Hold on. I thought it was. Hold on. Is this not a Julian gallery? No, it's not. He did send me something, though. Yeah, he did. Okay. Thank you. So we have Ken Furby with his Bach Aquaterra. Fantastic. Let's go hit that. I mean... That watch is so beautiful, man. Yeah, that's the one that Adrian Barker got. So I've got to see his review because I tried that watch on and it's gorgeous. That black lacquer dial is absolutely something to... The one thing about the Aquaterra that's so amazing, I only have one issue with it's the cupcake crown. Not a fan. I wish they would just make it normal. It's a perfect watch. That dial, that bracelet, everything about it. I love how it is, man. I just absolutely love that watch. I love it. It's beautiful. Thanks, buddy boy. Fantastic shot. Looks great on you too. Perfect size and everything. Vintage Speedy and LEM model. This is great. Thank you. Thanks so much. Let's get this going. This is great, huh? Look at this. Oh, man. Which one is this? Can we pull this up? Oh, it's a reduced. Oh, look at that. I should have known better. Shit, should I put my reduced on right now? I'm going to switch. I haven't worn my reduced since Tuesday. So hold on. You can look at that and I'll put on my reduced. How cool is that? I like how they have the lem on there and a reduced. Very nice. So there's a snickety snap. Fantastic shot. Thanks, buddy. Wow, that's a cool shot. Okay, I got that back on. Where I'm putting my... I didn't set the time because I'm a bad boy. But thank you so much, Ken Furby, for that. Here's the Julian. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in Gallery de Julien. Beautiful. I want to ask Julian, because you say you watch live. He watches the show every single day, and he's such a major contributor. Are all of these shot in and around London, or are these throughout your travels? Give me a little bit, like what would the card say on the wall when I'm walking through the gallery? Wow. I know I can recognize a lot of London stuff, but let me know. That's cool. I know there's a lot of great pubs in England. We used to love to go to this place called the Mitre. And I believe it was in Bayswater. I haven't been there in 25 I don't know, but we used to go there when we went to London a lot. We used to always go to the Mitre, and I loved it. They had this cheese bread that was like a big loaf of kind of like an Italian sliced loaf that had cheddar and scallions in it. Oh, and with tomato, and it was incredible with a cup of tea. Incredible. Look at this beautiful shot. What's she doing? Oh boy, what's going on there? Are we in a cafe or a casino? Oh boy. Look at this. That is not a word we say in New York. She looks like she's got a couple of problems, huh? She's got crystal meth face. She's been picking at her face. That is indicative of a person that has an addiction to the crystal meth. It's a beautifully composed photograph, Julian. I just feel so sorry for this girl, and I wonder if she's even still with us anymore. She's smoking a doobie doo there. Wow. Dodo. Look at this. Is cool. Dodo Supermarket. Is it a liquor supermarket just for liquor? We have a law in New York where you can't buy liquor or wine. You can buy beer in the supermarkets, but you cannot buy wine or liquor. You have to go to what's, I guess, an off license. We just call them liquor store. We go to the liquor store. And if I had a nickel, I'd buy some more. But I'm oh so sad. Yeah, oh so sad. Look at somebody's mural. Look at that. She's got all these worlds with all these. Well, look at that. I choose you. That's beautiful. Look at that. I choose you. Oh, that's the best thing about a pet. You choose them or they choose you. You don't know. Beautiful, Julian. Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful color combos. There's the shard. Now, is there anything to do with like in New York, all the tops of the buildings have like a observation deck or something. Is there anything to do with the top of the Shard? It's big. It's probably a great view. Is it the tallest building in London? The tallest building in London. It's great. Great shot of the Shard. I like the Shard. Do most people in London like the Shard or hate the Shard? Beautiful gallery. Thank you, Sir Julian, as always. Thanks, buddy. Thank you so much. Mr. Bob Randolph, report and pick. The Longines Dolce Vita is running well. I said it Sunday. It's now Thursday. It's 2 seconds slow, running 1.2 seconds a day. Here's my pick of the real dress watch, my father's 1941 Hamilton Wilshire. This is his high school graduation watch. He wore it through World War II in the Navy. I'd seen it on his wrist in the 50s and liked it. Might be the start of my watch interest. They have made repros of this. This is the original. Look at this. Oh, man, this is a beauty. For all you Hamilton lunatics out there, I definitely fall in that category. This is gorgeous. Wow. Look at that thing. Oh, boy. Wow, that's a beauty. Wow. That's an elegant man's. That's probably something that James Bond would wear too. We've never really seen a dress watch on James Bond like that, have we? Beautiful, man. That is a stunner, is right, Sharon. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you, Bob. Fantastic. Fergal McDermott, Domain de l'Hostal Estibal, and Christopher Ward 69 GMT on the new Vacona leather strap. Let's go have a look. From our guy Fergal. Tom and Fergal. It's funny, Paul said, I never heard the word Fergal, the name Fergal before. I was like, how is that possible? I've known 1,000. I think the first time he ever heard it was on Catastrophe because her brother's name was Fergal. Beautiful, Chris. That is a gorgeous watch. Look at the complication on that thing. That's nuts. Wow. That's a beautiful strap, man. Beautiful. Stored precisely perfectly. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. Wow. Domaine de l'Hostal. I've never had that. I've never had it. 2021. Great. Thanks for the wine suggestions. I love that you're into that. I am too. I have a really nice Margot for Friday. For tomorrow night. For tomorrow night. That's our man Fergal. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. It's a great one. Ray Ray, Carolyn came through, customs ransom paid. It's just a receipt that, oh, you had to pay for that? That sucks. That sucks. Unpushed. Unpushed. Not fair. Gareth Carter. Evening, Dirk. On my afternoon walk with my tutor Pelagos, I reach for it most days. Very nice. Let's have a looky poo. Fantastic. Yeah. The Pelagos is a great watch, man. You guys will enjoy it. And so many of you bashers have one. It's great. Great fit. Great value. From the Rolex company. Look out. It's beautiful. I love how they have their own aesthetic. They're similar, but I still say the knurling on that is so. I love the knurling on these watches. On these, they're amazing. Right on the bezel, it's beautiful. I love the way the crown is knurled. It's really easy to grip. That's one thing Omega, I think, has a shortcoming is their knurling, especially on the new Seamasters. It's just not easy to operate at all. Not at all. That's why I prefer the older ones. But beautiful. Thank you so much. But oh, look at that. Oh, they're having a Foster's. I had a Foster's last week, right? I had a Foster's. Foster's. It's Lager. Look at this cutie pie. Look at you. How fantastic. Fantastic. Great shots. Thank you so much. Did you what's his name? Hold on a second. Let me think. The Dogs of Sussex. Sam. That is his name. Sam at the bar. He's a little character with a habit of chasing white vans and people in uniforms, but in his quieter moment loves a belly rub and a chin scratch. Oh, thanks, Gareth, so much. Thanks for sharing that. It's fantastic. And Melly C, Mammonem Madness, Mark and Mindy Madness. I got to make a little musical thing for that because that's an actual song now that we do. Here's Mork on a perch. Look at him. He's not. This is the first time I've seen one of these guys not in a beautiful blanket where they're being, all comfy cozy. Look at him, you beautiful boy. It's Mork. Oh, I like. You live in a purple world, my dear. Beautiful. Oh, baby. Oh, you have those really cool blinds. What are they called? There's like a word for them. Not Venetian blinds. They are Venetian blinds, but there's a word for them. The Chesapeake blinds. Beautiful. Wow. The paw out is the ultimate in relaxation. Amazing. You have your snooze there, lady, because you have people to terrorize later on. Like right now, you might have nailed it. That's her back in her ultra cute phase. Oh, see, I just want to smush her, but she doesn't want to because she's not as affectionate. Does she have her affectionate days though, where she just wants to be held and cuddled? Like Mork. Oh, she's licking her chops. She's adorable. She's the devil. Devil indeed. Oh, what is she up to now? Did you give her some peanut butter? Oh, it's a big yawn. Oh, I miss the big yawns. It's beautiful. She is a cutie pie. Unbelievable. Oh, thank you for that Mork and Mindy madness. And it is Mork and Mindy madness indeed. Thank you. Always a pleasure. Thank you, Melly C and Andy M. Always so great. Thank you so much for this. Miss Martin Brown, he's got a lovely kitty. Are you sending me a video? Okay, let me download it real quick so I get it. And then let me open it up once it downloads. I downloaded it. What happened? Where did it go? I'm trying. Trying my best. Come on. What is this? Martin Brown. It's a movie. Okay. Any way for me to see this? Oh, it says it needs an extension. What does that mean? That doesn't usually happen to me. Usually I can pop it right open, but but it's not allowing me to. Oh, wait a second. Is this it? Oh, yeah. It's something weird. It needs some kind of extension that I don't have. A CRT download extension. If you could figure that out and send it to me before I'm done, I will be more than happy to show that because I don't know what that is. I just found a video of a very young Bronson. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably from your device. It's probably from whatever device you shot that on. Oh, and he was very vocal. We want to see that. In the meantime, we've got something from Steve. Oh, look at you. Look at you. My sister had one of these for the longest time. Her West Highland. She absolutely was crazy about it. He was a bit mean, but he didn't have the best personality in the world, but she loved him just the same. This is beauty, an absolute beauty. Absolute beauty, and beautiful contrast on that shot too. By the way, excellent photography, my friend. Excellent photography. Okay, that's Mr. McLeod. Thank you so much. That's Holly. Holly's so beautiful, so beautiful. Thank you for the Holly shot. Kevin Landon sent a. What is this? What is this exactly? I am looking at. It's what does it say? Dazivostri. I don't know what this means. I'm scared. And where is this? Where is this? Is this made with AI? Is some kind of parade? Is that a balloon? I need more information on that. That's crazy. But I wouldn't put it past me. You missed the point of the joke last time. Recipe said use older. I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. Ray. I still don't get it. You missed the point. This is the when you were having your burrito with your Coke and your Old Spice. You were cooking up a storm here, and you said older sauce the better. Oh, older spice the better. Oh, I get it now. I get it. You're fun. Now I get the joke. Right. I didn't know that you guys were eating burritos over in Ireland. I guess, I guess it's like everywhere else nowadays. Mr. Joe LaFaro cleaning out mom's house and thought you might get a kick out of this. Oh my God. This is his mom's graduation picture from Juilliard. And for those of you who don't know about Juilliard, it is arguably the greatest music college in the world. And his mom is somewhere. Is she circled here? She's not. The class of 1949. Wow. Juilliard. That's a very big graduating class. They don't have anything near that these days. I think that they're, well, they might. I guess it would be in all the different disciplines, right? Obviously acting and music and piano and opera and voice and all that stuff. Wow, it's amazing. Wow, look at this. You know what's really cool? I see two black people in the picture too. So 1949, that's pretty damn cool. Look at that. Wow. That's amazing. And incredible photography. This is amazing, Joe. Absolutely amazing. Now, did they do this up at Columbia? There's like this building. Is that the building up at Columbia University? I'm guessing. Because obviously in 1949, they did not have the campus that they have now, which is at Lincoln Center. So I'm very curious as to know where this was. If you don't know, let me know. I'd be happy to post that. Not your granddad's Timex. Hey, all. It's a new Timex model from the one and only Angelo Minichello. It's great to see he's alive and well and just dealing with life. That is a beauty. Wow, look at the design on that thing. I love how industrial it looks, and that's a nice big crown. Because you know me, I'm a crown queen. I like them. I like my crowns on the large side. I just like crowns that are easy to manipulate. I can't stand when they're really hard to operate. That's amazing. I love this. Wow, ooh, look at that. Timex. Aren't you fancy? Hey, that is, and this is so Angelo too. Look at that. Look at Timex getting very modern, arty. Now, what's going on in that opaque center area, that milky center? Is that an Indiglo? I wonder. Hey, look at that open case back. Giorgio Colli. Titanium sapphire crystal. Look at Timex getting all fancy. That's cool. Wow. The S2 titanium. Wow. Look at you. Shot with red magic. He's such a look. Oh, Giorgio Galli. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Giorgio Galli design. Very cool. Thanks for this. By the way, he's been saying that he had a problem with his de-icing or snow blaster because where he lives, and he's very grateful to have his big Cybertruck because it's been helping him get out of a whole lot of problems, a whole lot of stuff, which is fantastic. Oh, today's K photo. Oh, thank you for our daily K. We need a little bit of vitamin K to make us all feel happy. Oh, look at this. Oh, she's tearing something up. You're tearing it apart. Look at you, you lady. It looks like she's got big winter gloves on now because Zoe had to shave her down. Oh, look at you. Rip it all apart, honey. No offense, Drew, but do what you got to do to just, look at her. She's a devil. She's a devil. Is that what is that thing? What is that device? Looks like a knitting thing. She knows how to take a photo, that's for sure. Drew, thank you. It makes us all feel great to know she's there and doing well. Thank you so much. A matching storage box for the strap that I received. Hey, very cool. Dave won one of the Bark and Jack straps, and now he's got Bark and Jack. What is this thing? Bark and Jack black chest. What? I don't know what this is. What is this? Do they sell such things? Oh, how cool is that? Wow. That's a fancy box. That's for presidential watch rolls. Look at that. Black chest. Wow. I didn't know he sold things like that. Isn't that nuts? And it's got a lock on it and a combination. Wow. I like your Burberry sheets, by the way, kiddo. Wow. I didn't know that they made such things. I know he did coffee and straps. Holy cool. Very, very cool, Dave. Amazing. Oh, this is great. Joe LaFaro sharing some more stuff. No, I don't. I'm happy to share. I think it's beautiful celebrating the memory of your mom. Oh, so that's your mother's maiden name, huh? Pasacantando. Look at that pianist. Juilliard graduate, beautiful lady. Look at her. Town Hall. Wow. Wowie kazowie, kiddo. She's playing toccata in C minor, sonata in E major, opus 109. Wow. Bach and Beethoven. Ravel. Look at that. Look at this stuff. Wow. Chopin. Wow. Amazing. Paganini and Liszt. Wow. 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 Look at that. Beautiful. What a great program. 1951. Wow. Look at the way they used to do stuff. How beautiful this is. Friday evening, March 9th at 8:30 o'clock. What an interesting way to say something. We obviously don't speak like that anymore, but did they do that at 8:30 o'clock? Think about the term o'clock is funny. It's 8 o'clock. It sounds very Irish, right? 8 o'clock. Over the clock. Amazing. I love that you shared this. This is beautiful. Look at that. And look at the way that they wrote her name. Look at that. This is all before computers. This is all typeset. How beautifully done. You should cherish this. It's gorgeous. And so is she with her choker and her evening dress. Beautiful, Joe. Wow, what a thing. Look at that. Pasa Cantando. What a name that is. Amazing. So it almost means like cantando. Like I'm just trying to see it, listen in Italian words, and I've been learning Italian for a couple of years now. Something to do with music, like passing through music or a walk through music, passing through a song. $3 per seat, right? Amazing. Now, how much is it to see Black Sabbath? $700 for the shitty seats. Joe, thank you so much for that. What a beautiful memory that is. Gorgeous. John Badner's in the room. He says, what do you think about the Planet Ocean 600 4.35? I've said this a million times. 4.3 is just, I don't think I could pull it off. My father-in-law has one. I've tried it on. He has this exact watch, and I love this watch because it's got broad hour hands. I've always loved this watch. It looks perfect on you, though. So you have a nice meaty wrist there. Looks great. It's a great looking watch on you. Gotta say, it looks great. And man, one of my favorite bracelets of all time. One of Omega's greatest bracelets. It's that great. I love it. Yeah, I love this watch, man. Big fan. Big fan. You know me. There's not very many Omegas I don't like. Very few. Oh, here's the video. Sent for my... Okay. Now it's going to give it to me. Give it to me the right way. Oh, boy. Can I open this? Oh, is it an MP4? Okay, let me see. I'm trying to figure out how to get this thing. Let me see. Is it going to open? Oh, it is. Okay, hold on. One moment, please. Thank you for following up on this. Here we go. Oh, no. I hope you have audio. Oh, you noisy little kitty. Oh, my God. What a baby. Let's play that again. Oh my God. Bronson's such a little baby doll. How cute is that? You look cute in your socks too. Oh my God. So thank you for sending that. Oh, they finally worked, huh? God, I don't know what happened there. I don't know why that they were coming up as a very strange format, and it told me to download. I don't know what that was. Weird. Could have been just in the process. Who the hell knows? Who knows? Who knows? Thank you for doing that, though. Thank you for following that up. Is this the same one? Yeah, 2027. I want to make sure I have the right thing right. Yeah, okay, got it. Great. Thank you so much. Is this another one? Let's see. These different ones? Let's see. I have a bunch of them from you. No, that's the same one. Okay. Hey, well, that's the Gallery of Bashtards. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you for sending that, Marv. Thank you for all the tries. I don't know why the last one is the only one that came up as an MP4. So thank you so very much. My God, how Bronson has grown. Thank you so much, guys. You know how to do this every single day. It's basherdirk@gmail.com. That's basherdirk@gmail.com. If you have something you want to send to me for the Gallery of Bastards, that's the gallery.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Just to go back and see what I missed while I was showing pictures. Just get going in there. Where was I? Oh, yeah, you guys were talking about Pierce Brosnan. No one says anything bad about that guy. I've never been to Northern Ireland, Sharon. I'd love to go. I've never been there. Never, ever been there. Dirk, I was no watcher of Game of Thrones till I had to look at the total binge watch. I know I will. And thank you again for the Bronson shots. Amazing. Yeah, indeed. Kieran says Remington Steele. Yeah, it's a weird show. I watched it a little bit. But I remember him getting the contract for Bond and they wouldn't let him have it. So they had to go with Timothy Dalton, Andy says Laverne was lovely. She was. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Melly. Thank you, Chi. Thank you, Glenn. It just came up and it was just a perfect picture of, I would just be sitting on the couch and seeing her on the TV stand. She had her own little blanket there and she loved to snuggle up against the plasma television. Picture is timeless, Dirk with Laverne. Thank you, buddy. The Omega Black Stallion, indeed. OC says, Lorelei, let's live together, brighter than the stars forever. Indeed. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll never get over her. Okay, everybody, put on your Speedy. I did. The Airfix Luna Lander. Very cool indeed. Nice picture of Laverne. Thank you. A stunner. Beautiful. Ray Ray says, Bulova been busy. Brand new mill ships released. Damn you, Bulova. Damn you to hell. Damn you to hell. Great Hamilton. Carolyn Martin's here. The girl with the wrench says, Ray Ray to get that package. Hey, Nader Pritz. Oh, my God. He's here live. Hey, Nader. Catched it live again. Hey, great to have you in the room. Send us pictures for you. Come on. We miss you in the chats. Great to see you. What was the ransom? Oh, boy. Sam looks very happy. Sam is a happy, happy dog, right? We don't get Foster's in Canada. Well, you have all that Canadian beer. We get Foster's here in the big giant cans. 26 euros for that. Oh, boy. Renaissance Dirk. All my pictures are made in London. London is my mistress. Special lenses by Leica. Beautiful. I like me some Leica too, baby. Sharon says adorable. No paid ransom today. Be 3 more days before it gets done. But he sent a copy of the bill, which is crazy. I didn't put it up there because there's personal information on there. Absolutely 100% not going to do that. Andy M says, outstanding. Timex, the most expensive. Oh, the most expensive one ever made. Very high-tech bracelet. No tools required to adjust. Wow. Andy M loves that Angelo watch. Stitches are out. Kay's headed home, baby, to her forever home. Kay is gorgeous. Wait until her fur grows back. She's just so beautiful. Look at that. Dean says the Bark and Jack lunchbox. I agree. Hey, there's Angelo. Dirk, for what it's worth, that Timex is one of a run of 500. Oh, shit. Wow. I'm going to go on the website and go take a looky poo at that's probably pricey. He said it's the most expensive one ever, right? Beautiful lady. She is our beautiful lady. Beautiful and talented and stunning lady, Joe LaFaro's mom. Incredible. Yeah, passes by singing. Incredible. Passacondo means to pass by singing, right? Incredible. Beautiful name. Passacantando. Incredible. Angela Minikillo. Andy M, thanks. I liked the first Gali, but I couldn't get one. This may actually be nicer than the first one. Plus, it's titanium. Very, very cool. Oh my, has Bronson has grown. Indeed. And what a cutie pie. JHP with $19. Thanks so much. Hey, Dirk, the 600 Plan Ocean bracelet, that bracelet, it might very well be my favorite Omega bracelet. Helps the watch feel lighter than the Diver 300. I could not agree more. I love that bracelet. Is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And that's a huge super chat. Thank you for that. Ray 0464 says, I still remember Timex as being like $20 and sold and revolved. Me too. Remember that? You had the little revolving case with the Spidell bands. They all had the Spidell stretchy bands. Amazing memories. Me too. Ray is possibly looking at a new puppy rescue. Well, we all support that idea completely 100%, Ray. Just keep them away from the sheep, as we all know. Because, your farmer neighbors are dicks. I don't like them at all. Mart says, Andy M, yep, he's grown and still growing. What a beautiful baby. What a regal creature. Absolutely love it. Must be something in the water. Amazing. Guys, thanks so much. What a great show. What a great gallery of Bashtards. Incredible. Joe LaFaro throwing in $20 at the last minute. Oh, but come on. Are you so happy to celebrate your mom? His mom passed away, and she was a very accomplished musician, teacher, incredible person, woman. With beautiful tastes in pianos, and just we're so happy. That's what Bashers is here for, to share. Not only that, just to create memories, but to share our memories. And what better than to celebrate your mom, who is a gifted and talented lady and beautiful, I might add. So thank you for your kindness. And you know what? Just to keep in line with what a classically beautiful woman your mother was, how about a little bit of Larry? Of course, I mean Lenny. Larry. I'm thinking Olivier. Thanks, everybody, so much for what a great show that is. Terrific. We had a great time. I had a great time. Thank you guys for being such amazing people, for uplifting, all the upliftingness that you give me every single day. I'm back tomorrow with the big guy, but it's 6 o'clock. I'll start out the show. He'll join me. We'll have a couple of drinks, a couple of larfs. And if you need to send me anything in the interim, it's Basherdirk@gmail.com. That's Basherdirk@gmail.com. please send it. Thank you to all the super bashers and super chatters today. We had Andrew and Nathaniel and Sharon twice. John Doe, thank you. RP1960, thanks. Snagglepuss. Hi. I don't know about Pierce Brosnan. Hi. JHB and the handsome Joe LaFaro. Thank you all. Thank you for your kindness. Guys, incredible show, incredible week. Thanks. I love doing the show. It's my favorite thing, part of the day. I look forward to each and every day joining you guys and having a great time. Thanks for all your gallery. What a great gallery of bastards today. So interesting and so different and so diverse, and that's what you all are. So remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And if you encounter somebody who's not so nice, give them the benefit of the doubt. They could be having a really, really, really bad day. Either that or they're just a cunt.
Bashers!